Hey, welcome back to the Alexandrian Codex. I'm Alex. This is where the water tastes like wine. And it's been a couple of days, a few days. Oh, I don't remember. It's been a while. Cardinal Sin phone sitting right next to the mic. Let's just throw that away. Horror. The Headless Hessian of Sleepy Hollow. Yep, that. We went to El Paso. Yeah. We did this. And El Paso was the last place we were going in Texas. Yeah, looks like Texas has been mostly taken care of. I knew someone from around here? Not much in that area. We can head on north into New Mexico. This is Santa Fe, I think. Yeah, is that Albuquerque or is that Santa Fe? Well, we're gonna find out. There's not gonna be much in Mexico, I suspect. Because, it's not the most densely populated state, and it's mostly desert. Fucking beautiful, though. Can't say I've spent too much time in southern New Mexico. Northern New Mexico is where a lot of the tourist stuff is. Shit. Well, I see a river crossing over there, so we can double back. There we go. I do like how the color scheme slightly changes from region to region. It's very soft. Definitely helps give the Southwest a very different feel from the East Coast. Or maybe it's just the music that's doing that for me, I don't know. They told you that Santa Fe was beautiful. And they were right. You wander around the adobe-walled buildings and look for a place to rest. Not before we earn money, though. Look for work. Feeling good about today. Crow's a young man in line with you outside this factory. Feeling pretty good. Today's our lucky day. Shut up, Bill. Every time you say that, nobody's hiring. Shouts a man further back in line. Side with Bill? The doors burst open. We're taking all comers, shouts the floor manager. Bill gives a whoop. I knew it, he crows. You cheer along with Bill. Fuck you, Bill, the cynic shouts. You had nothing to do with this. Whether or not he did, though, you all get paid. Explore.
A handsome two-story adobe house sits at the corner of two main thoroughfares. A for sale sign tucked into one of its windows. An older man in a shabby suit rushes up to you. Don't go in there, he shouts, waving his arms frantically. That house is haunted!
Man, isn't every fucking house in this game haunted?
The man droops. Well, cursed.
Right.
My former student built it. I taught him everything. About how Santa Fe has its own climate, its own culture. My architecture exists in harmony with nature. And then, he started his own business and took all my best clients.
So it isn't haunted.
Haunted by the injury of a venerable architect, as all his houses will be. The man gestures across the way, where the half-finished shell of something craftsman hugs the earth. Already the town prefers him to me. Soon Santa Fe will be transformed by his houses. I'll be just a memory.
Them's the breaks, my dude. That's the innovation, the cultural shift. Okay. That was kind of a terrible story. They're driving me out of business. Well, that's what happens, my dude.
They sheepishly, how else, approach the edge of the water and lap at it. A moving cloud stalking the plain on stocky legs. It's a huge flock, and for a long time you see no shepherd, until a figure on a horse crests over a ridge in the hilly terrain.
Word? What up, my dude?
He rides a white horse. No, a pale horse.
Yeah.
Actually, a horse the sickly green color of an ashen corpse. And he's a gaunt figure clothed in a ragged cloak. But in spite of that, he seems in good spirits.
Okay.
Aren't they beautiful?
Is this symbolism? Yes?
My flock. Bigger than it has been in centuries.
He stalks through the mass of beasts, their soft bodies instinctively giving way to the spindly legs of his mount.
Oh,
Okay.
there it goes.
He points with one emaciated toe at a black ram moving through the flock.
The soul of an evil man.
Yep. That's, symbolism. Alright, evil man, huh?
One of the worst.
It looks pretty harmless. But then again, you suppose we're all pretty harmless in death.
A Spanish fascist. He planned on fleeing to America should the war not turn out his way.
I kind of like this weird pseudo-reincarnation stuff going on here. Alright, what happened?
His side might win the war yet, but a Lincoln Battalion bullet caught up with him first.
He cracks a sardonic grin that makes you queasy.
I thought I'd take the flock to graze here, so he could see the land that loaded the gun.
The Lincoln Battalion, or Lincoln Battalions, is a name used for American volunteers in the Spanish Civil War. That was from, 36, 37 till... the Spanish Civil War didn't end until, 39 or 40, right? Maybe 38? No, 39 or 40. Yeah, they volunteered with Republican Spain, with the semi-legitimate government, against Franco and his fascists. Yeah, that's neat. Yeah, Grim Shepherd instead of a Grim Reaper is kind of cool. Yeah, it's an interesting twist on it, at least.
Slowly, he turns. His eyes don't quite make it to yours. His whole body keels back over the wooden railing where he perched and down into the dusty road outside the saloon. Now you see the gunshot and the trail of fresh blood that leads back inside.
Go inside.
You bypass the body and storm into an empty saloon. Recently evacuated. Or was there ever anyone here? The trail of blood stops by the bar, but after that, you're not sure where to look. When you go back outside, the fella's dead.
Alright. Who's this? This isn't the, I could have checked the map. I think this is a new person? Catalina, yeah.
Buen día le de Dios, stranger. Come, sit with me a little. To rest is a simple remedy, pero es importante. And the first step in la curación. Everyone needs healing. It has always been this way. Sometimes it's a toothache, and sometimes more. Resting the mind is difícil.
Yeah, it is.
Walking or sitting, running or sleeping. Always the mind is working, pensando. But now, do you have a story about hope? About happiness and the goodness in the world?
I'll be real with you. Not really. What's a hopeful story? Not. No. Here, the fisherman and his fish catching seagulls. This is the one hopeful story I know I have. I should have changed up the stories, I forgot. Whoops.
Corazón, that was a good story. Do not worry too much for el futuro. We work for it, sometimes too hard, and forget to cherish el presente.
Yeah.
Easier to say than to do. Hmm?
Yeah.
Do you have any frightening stories?
Yes.
Have you seen the work of Las Brujas on your travels?
Yeah. You want scary story. So the time I was told to leave town by Charleston beaten up, that seems kinda scary to me.
Oh, wow. What a story. Mira mis manos. They are shaking. There are many who claim autoridad over land or other people. Some accept la autoridad of others, o de Dios. La última autoridad es la muerte, death, and must be respected. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
Oh, luckily... Is this hopeful? The family of pig farmers? This isn't hopeful. I forget what this is. Is this funny? I think this is funny, not hopeful. This isn't hopeful. This isn't hopeful. The shadow? Yeah. It's kind of freaking out a little bit, huh? Yeah, I hadn't really looked too closely at the shadows of any of the people we've run into before. But now that you pointed it out, I can't not see it just freaking the hell out. The colorful butterflies. I hadn't even noticed it.
What a good story. Esperanza. It is the most important, I think.
Like, my eyes are typically focused here, here, or along the lines here, so this is kind of peripheral. But now that you pointed it out, I can't not see it.
Joy? My favorite time of year is late summer. In August. That's the time to gather the plants for las curaciones. To be one with la tierra. To honor it. There is great joy in being alone on the llano. Or when I go to the mountains. Oh, I want a good, exciting story tonight. Una aventura. My journey is not too much an adventure.
I doubt that. I sincerely doubt that. So you want something exciting. Bleeding and stab bull? No. Storm generated by the gigantic bird. That's pretty exciting. Why is it below the woman? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
How brave.
Pretty weird.
Dios protect you through these wild adventures.
Because you're right, the shadow should start maybe here, and here. It definitely shouldn't protrude underneath her. Yeah, now I have to see the other people in the game and see if the same thing was done. Like, I get that it's just like her outline plus like a 1/4 inch buffer moving back and forth to kind of simulate the movement of a shadow, but you're right, it shouldn't be underneath her at all.
My place? Well,
This is New
as
Mexico.
a healer, I must be both like a farmer and a vaquero. The plants that make las curaciones are best when wild. So I must be wild and free like a vaquero, but attuned to the land también. But tell me, what is the most frightening thing you have seen on your travels?
Your shadow. Spooky. 60 unidentified corpses buried together in one cemetery? That's spooky for you? Seems kind of spooky.
Okay. Do you get joy from telling me this?
Is that a happy story?
Todo cambia. Everything
fuck?
changes. Wherever it is good or bad is up to each person. To despair is to
All right.
cause sickness in yourself into espíritu. You're kind to listen to una vieja talk of nada. I have learned mucho en mi vida. Now, I wish to share more than ever
Excellent. Tell me your stories.
Perhaps you want to hear this old woman talk again? I hope so. The road takes me this way. If your journey takes you there, look for me.
5 viewers for this game, I think, might be a record for anyone streaming this game. This game has not been very popular. Its sales, one of the developers, or the developer, had an interview where they were complaining about the sales that they got, and I'm kind of surprised. It's a novel concept for a game, but the mechanics of the game are awfully repetitive, and it's a cool storytelling experience. Little awkward at times, though. So to the north, we supposedly have someone, but oh right, I wanted to cross the river anyway. Well, Spanglish varies depending on where you are in the US. So I don't know anything about the author for that particular story. But I know for a fact Spanglish in SoCal versus Arizona versus New Mexico is different versus Spanglish from different parts of the US, especially inner city stuff.
You reckon he can make the time?
The old timer elbows you as you try to get a look from the edge of the pen. Thick dust kicking up from the bronco's hooves. The cowboy's body swings like a reed being whipped in the air. He doesn't fall quite yet.
What is this? Which one of these do I need more? I really don't need more Wheel of Fate. Or Wheel of Fortune. I don't think I need stars better? I wouldn't know.
I've been watching this for years.
You can hear him masticate something inside his leathery jaw.
Such a good word.
Tobacco, probably.
You never know till it's over.
The map is the whole continental United States. So it's pretty big. In the 11 hours I've been playing, I made my way through half the states, give or take. It takes a minute, but I'm also being real slow going and looking at every little story along the way.
After an agonizing minute, where you're sure the skinny cowboy is going to snap in half under the force, time is called.
Son of a bitch.
You hear the old timer say.
Damn boy did it.
I've never been to a rodeo. I lived in Arizona for, too long. And the city or town I lived in had a yearly rodeo that had been ongoing for decades and decades. It's a cool cultural hallmark, I guess, but I never really got the appeal. So, sadly, I can't cross over into Mexico. I can't go to Canada. Let's take a look at the map here. So... how did I not die? I did die! Weirdly enough. But I don't know why I died or how I died. So these are all... fuck, the map gets full. So these are all the stories we've run into so far. Made our way through Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, DC, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, Iowa, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, I almost said Arkansas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi. Did I say Mississippi twice? I don't know. Texas, now New Mexico. So now we have Arizona, California, Utah, Colorado, Nevada, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Washington to do. And then I will have walked through every state in the game. But that's not the point of the game. the point is to meet these characters. Oh, wow, you can toggle things on and off. Well, fuck. Let's toggle that off. Huh, okay. We're supposed to meet these people and go through their stories, learn more about them, and then we'll exchange those stories for our soul. So we still haven't met 5 people. Once we meet everyone, we're just gonna have to walk through, tell them stories they want to hear, and they'll tell us their own stories in return. Speaking of stories, I want to make sure I don't have any maxed out stories so that we can improve these. Yeah, finally can switch that one out. Start talking about the rodeo. 10 hours in Vermont. Yeah, it's... The East Coast definitely had some... I don't remember this. Oh, I do remember this. This was the last time. Let's do the Cat and the Dead Horse, because that one was really creepy. I like the stories in the South the most so far. Not too big on the East Coast ones. They're all pretty dark and, like, needlessly spooky. Like, ooh, a ghost story. Ooh, another ghost story. Guess what you found in this little hamlet? That's right, a ghost story. But I think that does accurately reflect the literary tradition of the East Coast. There's lots of superstition and fear. Long winters and unknown frontiers, especially when the United States was first getting colonized. That'll do it to you. Oh, Phoenix. God, I never want to come back here again. In person. Rocio, Stuart Arias.
Word has spread of una huelga, a strike, out in California.
I think I know about this. I think the strike was a... Shit, yeah, the shadow happens to everyone. I think this strike was a migrant worker strike? Maybe?
It's not uncommon. I have grown used to the frustration and the desperation. Seen it rise from its feet and march forth from the fields, but it always ends the same. No one listens. We're beaten down into the dirt and are forced to be comfortable with our discomfort.
Ugh. Yeah.
But it sounds different out in the West. Los Filipinos y Mexicanos have settled their differences, turned frustration into strength, strength into action. I dearly hope I can see it with my own eyes. Now,
you're
can
close.
you tell me a sad story? Something real and true.
Yes, sad I got. Nope. These aren't sad. Old Janitor and the Abandoned School by Charleston. This one's pretty sad. He used to be a teacher. Now all he does is clean the abandoned school. Hell yeah, it's sad.
Look, I have tears in my eyes. What a story. My past. Well, when I moved to Mexico, he was well endowed, had money. He lost it all to business he never explained, and gambling he always hid.
Okay, I'm sure. What happened after Mexico that he's no longer well endowed? I'm sure what the author meant was well endowed financially, but colloquially, when we say that someone is well endowed, we don't mean financially.
And most of all, he lost respect for me, for to him, I was the burden that led him to his misfortune. A petulant man. I cannot believe I fell for his hollow tricks. No matter, that's in the past now. Maybe you can tell me a story that's a little bit scary?
A little bit scary, huh? How about this time I was told to leave Charleston? Apparently that's scary. And you haven't heard it yet. He lost it all.
Oh, I have the chills. Your story would be
That's
popular
sad.
with the young people like me. Authority. Some people cannot imagine what it is like to live without it.
Most people, I think.
On my way here, I'd have gringos look at me. Look at this waist, they must have thought.
Ugh.
Some seem sad, but looking closer, I'm sure it wasn't out of compassion. They sat on their porches with their fresh clothes and sighed. It was relief. Please share a story of hope with me.
Damn. Yeah, it sounds like you could use one. I can't tell you about the fish. Frightened children. Murdering twins. Hopeful. Is this hopeful? This seems exciting. Hopeful. Hopeful. Here. Butterflies.
What a wonderful story. We need stories like this to give us strength. Joy. I remember a time of joy. Back in Ecuador, me and my cousins used to play a game where we pretended to be stuck in a forest full of lions, bears, and tigers.
Oh my.
We dash across El Jardín, the garden, screaming and shouting so loud that the neighbors couldn't help but chuckle at us. I find it hard not to laugh about it as well now that I look back.
That's cute.
Maybe you have a good hopeful story to tell?
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't like you. All you want are hopeful stories. I'm not a hopeful man. None of these are hopeful. Nah. Choosing death over enslavement seems like it could be construed as hopeful, but it also seems sad. Fuck. Ah, yeah, farmers give me lemonade near Tallahassee. Yeah, but this wasn't hopeful. There was some creepy context to that. Right. Rodeo in the Southwest. This is either exciting or hopeful. Tell you what. Talk about Mason.
What a
'Cause
good
he's always
story. I will remember it for a while. I know. My mother saw much death. Mi abuelo, my mother's father, used to be a politician. Un rebelde en el sur, they called him. When my grandmother died of tuberculosis, his focus waned and his fiery heart was put out. He lost the mayoral election and all the money he spent on the campaign. A month later, my mother was orphaned.
Fuck.
I pray the fire in California never burns out.
Well, in a way it hasn't, but in many ways it has.
Please share a story of hope
Fuck.
with me.
Alright, hope. Here, debris.
What a good story. I will remember it for a while. I know. Luck. My luck has been good. I met with a Guatemalteco, the Guatemalan a few
Guatemalteco.
miles back. He gave me a bit of money
Good
and offered
word.
me shelter for the night in his home. I was stunned. Un santo en America. And with a roof over his head, I slept well that night. El calor feels so intense. Though I'm not sure if it's the weather anymore. I'm not suffocated by it. It's not just heat, it's warmth, reassurance. Can you feel it? I will follow it. This way, to the west. If you go that way, look for me. I hope we can share together in what we find out there.
Yeah, I'll see you around, lady. Alright, cool. So I assume everybody must have 3 chapters. I don't know how many chapters these people have. But 3 is as high as I've seen it go. Yeah, we'll have to head back out east eventually to check these people out. Till then, alright, we're nearing Phoenix. Let's actually check out Phoenix. That is so unnecessary.
Beside this lonely campfire, a familiar, magnificent black horse rears at your presence. A familiar old Stetson-hatted cowboy calms him. "Easy, boy," Bill says. He turns his attention to you. Sorry. He startles around strangers. I guess he's like me. You want to give him an apple?
Bill, like Wild Bill Hitchcock? Or was that not his name? This is a reference I should get that I don't get. Yeah, sure.
The horse snorts as you approach. Easy, easy. Bill says again, his voice low and soothing. The horse eyes you warily, but lowers its head to your palm and begins to eat. The cowboy nods as he lifts a tin pot from the flames. You want a cup of coffee, stranger?
Hell yes.
Don't get company much, but I try to be hospitable. West's changed. Folks still need each other. A rattlesnake unwinds from his neck and slithers down his arm. Oh, don't worry, he won't bite. There's no animal I can't tame. People, though.
Man who could soothe animals. Eliza Thornberry? Shit.
The snake flicks its tongue.
That's close enough.
It is coiled atop a carved stone marked with faded flecks of paint.
Stone?
The snake laughs, its whole body convulsing.
It's very special. A good luck charm.
Bullshit.
It tilts its head.
I'm supposed to guard it, but I'm hungry. If you bring me some meat, you may have it.
Okay, let's scrounge up some
The
meat.
heat has made a family of mice slow and easy to catch. You drop them before the snake, and it gulps them down without chewing. It slithers back, exposing the object.
Take it.
It hisses.
I won't bite. Trust me.
No, it's gonna bite me. I'm gonna trust it, but it's gonna fucking bite me.
You reach for the idol. The snake quivers as your hand gets close, but it stays put.
Oh.
It flicks its tongue.
Don't be disturbed by how it looks. It'll bring you luck.
The snake slithers off into the long grass.
What's it look like?
It's an idol, about the size of your clenched fist, carved into the shape of a human head. It's an ugly thing. The side that was pressed into the dirt is a face contorted in grotesque agony. Could this really be a good luck charm?
What a wonderful memento. Keep it, obviously, because if we drop it, we don't find out what it does. But if we keep it, even if it does something bad, it makes a better story, so keep
Good
it.
things sometimes wear foul guises. Who are you to judge? You stow the idol, trying to ignore its unusual weight.
Alright. Kindly, old man, sharing the shade under the bridge with you. Okay, what story are we getting upgraded here? Street in Washington, D.C. lost for 100 years, and this one, you know, is a story of this strange street lost in time in D.C., but wilder and stranger than you remember. Yeah, alright, cool. So, the road heads on into California, but I swear there's probably something in northern Arizona. No, but there's definitely stuff by the California border, so let's swing up California way and then go north from there. Ha, sneaky. This.
The railway was a fast route between two towns, but the oil which promised to make each town rich was never there.
Huh.
The track died fast. The citizens, like the bird, survive on pickings. The vulture gouges at a cow's jawbone, a piece of paper trapped under the skull.
Alright.
Your motion disturbs the bird, takes off with an air of disdain. The buffalo is long dead. There was no meat left. It lands again, not far across the track. The note tears as you pull it free. I can't wait longer. Ran out of food.
Mary, I can't wait longer.
Oh.
Ran out of food, so had to hunt. I hate it. I said we'd leave for a new life, but not one like this. Guess you've changed your mind. If you still want to marry me, I'm going north. I love you.
Huh.
The rider did not make it far. Some 200 yards across the track is a body on its back. It stinks. Marks in the dirt indicate someone tried to move it. Its arms are folded over its chest. A once white handkerchief has been used to cover the man's face.
Well, who covered his face? Examine the
The
body.
clothes at the front are bloody and torn where they've been pecked by birds. There's no obvious wound that hasn't been inflicted after death. When you roll it over with your foot, the killing blow is obvious. A shotgun blast to the back at short range.
Oh, okay. That's pretty sad. Man, if only I-80 were actually this short. Can see LA from here. Cannot do... That's not LA. LA's up there. But I-80 is not this short and easy to cross.
The steady spin of the lasso is hypnotic.
Help me out here,
Says the man.
I've been hunting this horse a long time. Extra pair of hands will make sure she doesn't get the better of me.
Okay, why this
She
horse?
belonged to someone who wronged me. Butch slipped out of this world before I could square things between us, but damn did he love this horse.
He grins.
If she bucks real hard, haul on the rope. Buy me some time.
What do you do with her?
He's dead. His old crew, though, they're still around. They'll bust a gasket when they see me ride in on his horse.
His hand hovers over the handle of his knife.
And then,
He grins.
let's get this done.
I mean, whatever. I was just concerned he'd hurt the horse. Okay, yeah.
He flicks the lasso, roping her neatly with his first throw. He presses the end of the rope into your hands and runs for the horse, slipping smoothly onto her back before she's realized what's happening. She fights, though, bucking hard enough to jar him loose.
Pull the rope.
You keep her from throwing him off, and through your combined efforts, she starts to settle down.
Thanks, friend.
Shame, really. She's a good horse.
I gotta send Butch's crew a message.
He steers the horse carefully down to the road, hand resting on his knife.
I feel like this won't end well. But that's okay.
Clavaré mis tacones entre el suelo, porque cuando la calaca regrese al terminador,
He is going to hurt the horse. What?
mucho por allá.
The way I read it was he'd ride in on the horse, which would surprise people, and then he'd use the knife on the rest of the gang, not on the horse. But maybe I misread that horribly. Well, no telling.
Voy a guardar
I can't read.
mi suela.
Alright, let's swing up to northern Arizona. There's probably nothing up there. I mean, I'd be kind of surprised if there weren't anything up by Flagstaff. Not that Flagstaff is very big, just that... I don't know. Holy shit, we're already out of Arizona? What? No. Yup. Okay, nothing in Arizona. Damn, that was fast. Is Vegas here? I'm not seeing Las Vegas? Excuse you? What? Oh, it's right there, okay. Okay, let's head back over Arizona this way because I still need to do Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Utah, Nevada, and then we can hit the West Coast. Or Best Coast. Yeah. Wow, been streaming for a fair part of an hour already. This game goes fast. Can't tell if watching it goes fast. Fast. No, hope not. Fast. But playing it does. There's a lot of period of time like this of just walking around and wandering, but that sort of fits the aesthetic fairly well. Though... yeah, I don't know. Vegas in the 1930s? Yeah, it's not going to be Vegas as we know it, but Las Vegas was... Las Vegas. I think the, Wikipedia. History of Las Vegas. Settled in 1905, officially incorporated in 1911, though its population growth and Vegas becoming what we think of it now didn't happen until the 1950s, 1960s, with the introduction of certain groups who made it into what it is today through perhaps less than moral means. Shiprock, New Mexico. I didn't know that Shiprock was a thing. What a name. Did I miss anything else in here? Bullshit. I was just in Santa Fe and I didn't see somebody there. Oh, they doubled back to Santa Fe. Okay. Hold on. Let me tab back into Twitch. Yeah. Man, I keep running into these get money events when I don't need money at all.
Some students have paused their long walk home to rest on the bank of this clear, shallow pond. Above them, a plane makes low and hazy loop-de-loops.
I don't
They
think that
gaze into the water.
this isn't a Mustang, is it? Because if this is a Mustang, this wouldn't be invented yet. A P-51. No? Whatever, I think this model of airplane's probably wrong. What is it, 1930? Because there was a Volkswagen car, I thought it was probably 39, but that's kind of too late to be mid-depression, so this is probably... And they mentioned the Spanish Civil War, so earliest in 1937, so we're 1937, 38, 39, around there somewhere. Yeah, this plane was not designed yet. But whatever.
A young man points at a girl who stands alone on the shore.
Her dad's in the plane.
He murmurs.
We stop here every day to see him.
He points into the pond, and you realize that the plane is flying under the water.
Fucking what?
The image in the clouds is its reflection.
Alright, you got me. This is a good story. What?
The girl drops to her knees and stretches her hands into the pond. And when her father roars around the loop of the shore, his engines splash mud all over her clothes.
Papa!
She sobs and lunges for the water.
Okay, so this might kill the girl, but it makes a better story. So let's help her into the water?
You hold her hand as she steps out onto a slippery rock in the shallows.
Wait!
Her friends shout. But when the plane banks past, she leaps, and you push her for good measure. Splash. The water clears. She did. She did. She trails, white-knuckled from her father's tail fin like a windsock as he swoops around the far end of the pond. But on its way back, the plane doesn't turn. It's aimed right for the shore.
What?
The
Okay.
plane ramps straight up past you into the sky. A flash of the girl's wind-squashed face, her father's wild smile, and the wings snap through the treetops, and they're both gone in the clouds.
Thank you!
You hear her cry. Her classmates burst into tears.
Alright, move on. Good story. So like you become a tabloid journalist. Well, that's kind of the premise of the game in a way. Need pictures of Spider-Man. Okay, story's getting upgraded. Story about the man whose death bones rattled. Halfway through, you realize it's the story who heard death approaching. Yep. Anything for a story. My soul depends on it, alright?
The only place in town that will let you through the door is a smoky windowed lounge advertising cheap drinks and sweet-voiced singers. When the singer comes on stage, though, something about him seems familiar.
Who dat?
The other guests recognize him too. They all bolt out the door. The manager rushes on stage.
This isn't the same guy!
He bellows.
We fired his brother!
You realize this singer is a perfect doppelganger of the one who scrambled your brains with his song.
I like that guy.
There are a few wild-eyed diehards left near the stage.
We want your brother!
They shout.
I can't do that shit!
The singer protests. Suddenly, his eyes widen, and he points a shaking hand toward you.
But you could do it!
He says.
You got a dose of the good stuff!
Hell yeah, man. Alright.
You take your place at the microphone. The fanatics gather at your feet. Men and women, old and young, lips parted in sweet anticipation. Sing, they whisper.
Oh, well, that's gotten creepy. Okay, sing.
You're not sure what you sing. It escapes your ears somehow. But while you're on stage, you hold their lives in your fist. They'd take bullets for you. They'd lay themselves down in the river and let you make a bridge of their backs.
God damn.
Is this what performers feel all the time?
Man, I hope not. That's kind of perverse.
As soon as it's over, the feeling's gone, and you won't be getting it back. Something inside you, some chance eclipse of power and opportunity, has shifted out of alignment. The singer pats you nervously on the shoulder. Thanks, the manager whispers.
Okay. Alright, moving on then. What the hell is this story? Yeah. I'm glad I ended up sitting and listening to the singer who was driving people crazy and saying, a VW bus parked and empty around San Antonio. Yeah, the VW bus that wouldn't be invented for 20 years. Let's do the astronomer in the desert around San Antonio, looking for aliens. I like that guy. But Well, yeah. Oh, now we're tired. God damn it. Diha.
Yeah,
Ihaya.
Hatadhin Halani. Good evening, Shikis, my friend.
Okay. Oh, prickly pear. I want prickly pear.
Come, let me show you how to sprinkle corn pollen.
Alright. Writer, you better have done a really good job with this character, otherwise...
First, reach into the medicine pouch and pinch the tahadinhi. Then sprinkle it on top of your forehead to ask for wisdom. Touch the tahadinhi to your tongue to bless your voice. And sprinkle the remainder to bless and guide the path before you.
Okay, that's correct. Why can I not remember who this is? There we go. Tahdini Tours. Really? That's what it auto-corrected to? Fuck. I hate America. Antelope Canyon, Slot Canyon, Why would you name a tour company after this? It's, yeah, Navajo. Okay, man, fuck whoever founded that company. Hold on. Who owns this company? All information within this site is sole property of Tahdini Tours and Antelope Canyon x.com. Seems a lot like cultural appropriation, my dude, and that's a terrible website design. Anywho, back to the game.
With beauty, may I walk. With beauty before me, may I walk. With beauty behind me, may I walk.
Where are we? Colorado? I mean, kind of the right area.
With beauty above me, may I walk. With beauty all around me, may I walk. Chickus, my friend, tell me a funny story. I am sure you hear many on the road.
Funny? Oh, God. Nope. Hold on, the pig. The pig one's funny. This one's funny, right? Yeah? Tell me it's funny. Tell me it's funny. Please be funny. Fuck yeah!
That one made me smile. You told it well.
Don't ask me for another one, because I don't have it.
Ah, family. Within Dinka culture, we have relatives of blood and clan that help to maintain balance and implement a moral code for good health.
Voice actor sounds kind of strange. Like the mic. They might be too close to the mic. I don't know.
This clan system is useful because it helps remind us to be kind, thoughtful, and loving to one another.
I don't know. Something about it's bugging me.
Chicas, my friend, I need to laugh. Can you tell me such a story?
Hell yeah. Funny story? Funny. No. 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 We don't really do funny around here, okay? You want something sad or scary, I'm your man. But funny? Fuck. Why don't I just tell you about Quinn? Is it the same voice actor?
It's good to laugh.
No, it's not. It might be. No,
Chicas, remind me to bring back some flour from the trading post for Shikahihi, my daughter, so she can make fry bread for the medicine woman. She will be coming next week, and we must prepare to host her and her son while she provides protection services. Chicas, my friend, can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it?
I'm not in love with this Voice actor. Hopeful story. Hopeful? Fuck yeah, I gotcha. Man who made molasses. I mean, it doesn't matter. We ever
That was
maxed
a
out
good
anyway.
story. It pleases me to hear about people taking strength from each other, or from the land, or from themselves.
Where else would you get strength if not from another person, the land, or yourself?
What brings
The
joy?
sky?
There's no greater form of generosity than that provided by the mother and father. The mother who nurtures corn and fertility in her soil, and the father who supplies the rain and sunshine in the sky. Chicas, my friend, I need to laugh. Can you tell me such a story?
Funny. No. I ain't got funny. So, how about Mason? Tell me about Mason.
That one made me smile. You told it well.
Yeah, okay. If you say so.
Change. Every day the world is reborn. That is why the sun sits beyond the mesa and the night settles on the land of our ancestors. When the colors fade and darkness descends on the world.
I'll be real, I was hoping that they'd have a Hopi character. Navajo is fine, but not... The Hopi culture is indigenous to this region, whereas the Navajo culture was relocated to this region.
Yet, in the morning, the color returns, and all the animals come out again.
And I just like Hopi stories a lot. That's probably why I wish you were Hopi. It's fine.
Change is a constant rhythm that we must embrace in order to maintain balance in our lives. Chicas, my friend, tell me a funny story. I am sure you hear me.
Oh, you are not endearing yourself to me with demanding all these funny stories. Here, story of a rodeo in South Web. Not funny, but I'll find out by your response what it is.
I do not understand what is so interesting about this kind of danger.
Scary? Is it thrilling? Is it dangerous? Okay, whatever.
One must not lose faith, chicas.
What does this word mean? Chicas. What do you keep calling me? Shit apostrophe K-A-S? Friend. Alright, Navajo for friend. Gotcha.
Whenever you are within the circumference of the 4 sacred mountains, oh, you are protected and blessed.
If you say so. Not feeling very blessed.
Ah, the sun is rising.
Oh, you're going to
I
southern
must leave
Arizona.
soon. Tomorrow's journey is this way.
Fudge. Alright, well,
Another night done. But think, what does one take with them after a day in this world?
I don't know what that means.
Some nights I lay staring at the hole atop the hookah, where the chimney peers out into the night sky. I watch the stars slowly move. Sometimes a streak of light and whispers from ancestors. Always a feeling of gratitude for what surrounds me in this world. What are you thankful for? Where do you come from? Where are you going?
But you don't stick around to actually get the answers to that question. Alright, fair enough. Well, we're at 59 minutes. I'm gonna keep streaming naturally, but if you're watching on YouTube, I'm sure you know how this goes by now. I'm gonna make a cut here, and after this, I guess we're going into Colorado? Yeah. Or we're already in Colorado. Well, that was quick. Anywho, see you later, YouTube. Make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, all of that silly shenaniganry. Until then, toodaloo. Take care. Bye.